Good morning again, this is Bonsai Anonymous, and this video is called Eccentric Bonsai, and it's because I have a lot of weird bonsai pots. Here's one up here, fairly new. It's a cup, and on the other side it says, "I love my Quaker parrot." We have Quaker parrots, and this one broke, so I drilled a hole in it and made a pot. I have a lot of these plastic pots that I got from Amazon, but then I have plenty that I made. I'm going to show you these a little bit. This was made by putting cement inside of a regular pot, terracotta pot that was lined with plastic so that you could get the pot out when it was done. So it looks really raggedy, but I like it. That one I bought. This one I made from a mold. You can buy them on eBay. It's got a really weird bottom because I messed up. Okay, this is a pot that I made. Another one I made from the same mold, right here. More of these plastic pots in the back here. This is one of my favorites. It's a very thin pot with a strangler fig in it. So I got big plans for that one, I hope. Over here, let's see here. Anything unusual? No, what I'm mainly showing you is pots that I've made. Okay, that's what's eccentric about me, because so many of the ones I have are just these regular plastic, nursery pots. This is a pet food dish with holes drilled in the bottom, and it had 3 royal poinciana seeds in it, but it looks to me like something's been enjoying them. Another one that's been cast from a form, and then I paint them. I love these. These are short terracotta pots. Really good for this. Okay, I don't know how long I want to make this. That's only 2 minutes. We're all right. And here's our tour guides for the day. On the left is number 2, and on the right is Mom. I know she's moving into the center. They follow me around because sometimes I have something for them to eat, but I don't have it today. Okay, continuing on here. Okay, this is next. This is a pot that's been broken. Let's see, can you see that chunk out there? So at some point I may try to find the piece, but probably not. I might just put a patch in there because I've done that before. This pot is really a raggedy one. How it was made was by piling sand on the deck with cardboard under it, and then making the sand damp, and then putting concrete on top of it and letting it dry, making sure the top where you did it had some sort of flat surface. I think it's I like it, and I like the underside color. I got to find something else to do with that. This is they're selling pots like this on eBay for $200. So anyway, this is just a soda bottle or a juice bottle. This is one that broke, and I noticed it's broken twice. There's a crack. There's a crack. I was going to try to put them in this, but I just changed my mind. And now that I'm seeing this big thing, I wish I would have used it instead of what I used under my root on rock that I just redid today. Okay, another. I make weird things. This has a I can see it down there in the dirt. Has one of those solar lights on it, and it bounces around at night. Make pots out of pieces of old solar lights, broken. This is the dead aisle, the morgue. But some of the pots, there's another one of those I'm going to use. I made that out of travertine. Let's see over here. Another one of those cast ones. It's green. This is one I cast also. These are for mame, I believe. I'm just not used to, don't know how to do it yet. These are made out of tops of solar lights in the yard that are no more. My dead cookie and tea, at least I think it's dead. Let's see, now we're looking only at pots that I made or that I've repurposed. This is an old copper goblet. Has holes drilled in the bottom and screens. The soil is a little finer. This is something I'm trying. It's sifted. It's what sifts out when you sift the bigger pieces of bonsai soil out, not the dust. but the smaller pieces. And I'm hoping I can still get some drainage that way. There's another pot I made down there. This is one of my favorite pots that I made, but it's round and very thin. Very thin. Can you see how thin it is? Another cast one. Two of them from the times I was making silly things with marbles and hot glue and dead plants. Here's a little willow that is in that mame soil. I really have hopes for you, hopes for this willow, but he's going to need to be watered. So let's go water him, and I'll show you how you water him. It's easy. All you do is you find some water. This is the easiest way to do it. If you just have a couple plants, find some water. Let it drip through. That's all. It's draining fine. The problem is that doing what I just did with 100 plants is just not practical. It's not practical. Okay, let's continue. This is what the terracotta short ones look like after they get a little bit of mold on them, or moss, or whatever it is. Maybe on my pots here. Yeah, this one back here is one of mine. I really like it. It's kind of thin. I make them thin at the top, and then they get thicker at the bottom so that they don't break. Of course, they do break sometimes, though. Let's see over here. These are root on rocks in plastic pots. Here's one in one of my own pots that I made. And I've got hopes for him. This is the very first pot that I made. I was watching YouTube, and Peter Chen was saying you can make a bonsai pot so easily. It's so easy. And all you do is you just take a bowl and wrap it in plastic and then put some concrete in it and spread it around. And he did it, and it looked easy when he did it. It wasn't that hard, but it needs to be repotted. It's got almost nothing on any of the tags about dates. It needs to be repotted. So what's in it? A very nice Mayan spinach. It's one of my favorite plants. Over here we have one that needs help. I'm hopeful that it will come up with some buds. This is the one we just did today. It has not been watered. It needs to be, and it will be. Okay, over here. Okay, we got some more funky ones here. This one is made out of a broken pot glued onto a piece of travertine. And it's got this huge ungainly pencil plant going from it. So it's a kind of a monster in every way. This one I like a lot. This one is, he's lost his thing that says he's fertilized, so we'll do that. This is a firebush, and I found it with virtually no leaves except for just a few here, maybe this one, I don't know. And so I planted him, and it was falling over, so I said, what the heck, I've killed every one of these I've ever planted, so let me try this. So I put it in a long pot, and put a brick on top of it and started to water it. I water it over the top and let it spill off, and it's doing well. Here's one I think will come back. Let's see, that's one of my pots I made. You can see how convoluted some of them are. That was one that the bottom broke, and then I put sides on it and it stuck, so there you go. Over here, let's see. That's one of mine right there. The maple is in it. Over there. These aren't so much eccentric ones, but some of them are okay. Let me show you this. I made out of concrete, let's see, little Chinese letters to put on, and I've forgotten what it says, and I noticed the maple was growing its roots out, so we're doing well. Let's see here. Another one of mine that is very thin on the top. It has a avocado in it that needs real help, but it may come back. Let's see. Here's my Royal Poinciana. Let me go over here. In my pot that I redid and then painted purple. He's over there. It's another one of the ones that's been cast in concrete. Another one made from a top of a solar lamp. Another one of my thin pots. This was just done a couple days ago. It's kind of saggy yet. It probably needs some water. Okay, let's see. That's one of the ones I made. I was experimenting with draping t-shirts, old t-shirts over things and putting concrete on them. Some of them worked out, some of them didn't. Let's see here. This used to be a lamp shade, the round part. Okay. I just did this one today, worked on it today. Bent it around a little bit. Let's see here. Here's two of my thin ones put into a single pot, and I noticed that one of these is, I don't know, I don't know what to say, it's had it. There's three in that one, three in both, and we'll see. We'll see. He doesn't look like he's coming around. There's I have to put my oak tree in the frame. Okay, that'll be good enough for once.